Two hard acts to follow. Let me get my notes here real quick. What I do with them. Anyway, that's not right.
This is getting real hot. This one does get okay.
I have never in my life been received like the people receive me here. I don't care who they are. They're just awesome people. Keith Watson contacted me months ago and said, would you like to come and, you know, anything you need, we'll be glad to do it for you. On and on and on. And Dan Zottarelli and his wife, Cheryl, last night, I kept saying, I know I look like Ray Lewis, but I'm not Ray Lewis. I'm just an ordinary guy. What do you need, Coach? What do you want here? And Mr. Weber, same thing. I mean, it's just unbelievable the way they treat people here. I've never been treated that way my whole life. So I want to say thank you for that. Ray Lewis. I know athletes that have reputations, and we always hear about the bad ones, and we hear about all this stuff. But let me just tell you about Ray Lewis, the person. You can see all the highlights. I was the dean of students, so I handled all the discipline. All of it. I never saw Ray. Never saw Ray Lewis. He was an ROTC. You would cut your hand on the creases in his uniform. The ribbons, the hat, the whole 9 yards. He was in it. He was a squad leader. He was always there. Come to practice, on time. He was the first one dressed. I'd say, all right, guys, we got 5 100-yard sprints to do. He would get mad if he didn't win all of them. He was the leader. Let's go, let's go. We do bleachers, up and down, up and down. He was there. Never complained, never complained. If you gave him a rule, he didn't break it. One of the rules that I had as a coach, I said, you don't hear me using profanity, I don't want to hear it out of you either. I never heard Ray cuss. Now I did hear a few times how fat and ugly your mama was, but I never heard him cuss. He can talk some stuff, I'll tell you. He can talk and talk. But never cussed, never would cuss. And he always honored whatever you asked him to do. He honored it. He was at school every day, had good grades. He just did everything he had to do. I also announced the Friday night football games, the varsity football games, so I had a great seat up there. Never remember a flag being thrown on Ray Lewis for unnecessary roughness or anything like that. And I don't think you'll hear it too much in the pros. He plays hard inside the rules. He doesn't like to break the rules. He had a sense of fairness about him that most kids wouldn't do. I remember his senior year wasn't probably his best year. He had so many distractions. I mean, he missed a tournament by 5 minutes because a recruiter happened to come by his house. And we were about 80 miles away. He just missed it by 5 minutes. So it wasn't probably his best year, even though he won the state tournament. But he had a sense of fairness. His arch rival, who was on a football team across town, was a 3-time state placer, a 2-time state champ at 189. Thank goodness we were in different classifications, but we had dual meets with him. And this one particular dual meet, Ray wasn't going to make the weight. He had so many things going on. I said, don't worry about the weight. Let's just get through this thing. So we get to the other school, and here's his arch rival, sweating, running. Oh. I said, hey, how you doing, Vic? Oh, doing good, doing good. And, you know, I just walked away. Ray came to me and says, Coach, what are you doing? I said, what do you mean, what am I doing? He says, you know, I'm not making weight. And he's out there trying to get to 189. I said, Ray, my job is to make you win. Whatever. If he wants to lose the weight, that's just the way it is. He said, but you got to tell him. Well, he'll find out when we get on the scales, when you weigh 200 and something instead of 189. He can bump up. He can bump up. He had a sense of fairness. He just did. If there was a fight in school, you wouldn't see Ray Lewis in it. You'd see him over in the corner talking to a girl. And sometimes I said, maybe he planned these things because he liked to talk to the girls. But get in a fight, never. He wouldn't help me break up a fight either. You know, come on, Ray, help me here. But let me just tell you this, probably the last thing. You probably, because of me, would have never met Ray Lewis. Because during his summer of his junior and senior year, I took him, about 4 or 5 other the wrestlers, and my family down to Fort Lauderdale to do the national tournaments or freestyle Greco-Roman. Ray won 5 matches, brutal matches, 5. I said, guess what, guys? We're going to go to the beach. We're in the middle of the state, and most of these kids never saw the beach. I said, let's go to the beach. So we get to the beach, and I look out, and probably 40, 50 feet out there's a sandbar. And people are walking around on it, waist high. I said, let's go, guys, let's go swimming. to the sandbar. So we're swimming, and we're about 10, 15 feet away from the sandbar, and all of a sudden I hear, "Help, coach." I'm saying, okay, I'm doing a dog paddle. I don't need that much help. I can get there by myself. But I turn around, and I see these big brown eyes with panic in them, and he goes down. I said, "That's Ray Lewis." So I start to swim. He goes down, he comes up. Now he was 10, 15 feet away from me. He goes down, he comes up, now he's 20. And I was swimming like crazy. He goes down again, comes up, now he's 25, 30 feet. I said, something's not right here. He's drowning, he's going faster than I am, and I'm trying to get to him. So I went to the sandbar, and the 4 or 5 of us stood there and watched him get to the beach, and he crawled to the beach. His arms had just given out. What he was doing was hitting the bottom and pushing himself off. And I was scared stiff, not because it was Ray Lewis, but because, hey, here's a good kid that's just having some fun. So it kind of scared me from that point on. So I better watch what I'm doing with some of these guys. But Ray Lewis, believe it or not, he wanted that scholarship. He got his scholarship, and I was talking to a bunch of coaches, and they said, Ray was a great high school player. He's going to be a good college player, but I'll be honest with you, he won't make the pros. He what? He said, he won't make the pros. I said, why not? He's too small. I said, that's too bad. You don't know Ray Lewis. He's going to do whatever it takes to get there. And they said, well, okay, whatever. First game, true freshman, Miami. Game of the week, NBC, ABC, whatever C it was there. And Ray was a true freshman. The senior linebacker, first, second play of the game, breaks his ankle. He's out. And I hear on the TV, now coming in, Ray Lewis, Kathleen High School, true freshman. True freshman, ended up with 13 unassisted tackles, 18 total. Player of the game, $1,000 scholarship awarded to Miami University for him. So, true freshman. Monday morning, I looked for that particular coach, and I said, Ray, you signed up in the NFL. He said, do what? He just played. I said, yeah. Did you see the game? Yeah. I said, he'll be in the NFL. And I never worried about it from that point on. Ray Lewis, all heart. A lot of heart, a lot of class, and he always did what you asked him to do. Never complained. So that's Ray Lewis. And I just thought you'd like to know that. I need my notes.